Hey there, hi, and welcome aboard. Some of you were just on the Zoom meeting, and hopefully you'll be joining in here soon. And some of you perhaps weren't. And I managed to get this thing started with at least 2 seconds to spare. And here we are. My mic is working. Steve DeHaas is here on YouTube. And of course, this is the last official curve flattening concert of the year. When I do Sunday morning, it'll be January 1st. And Gene Galligan is here, and John Hubner, and several others. Some more names will pop up here. So for today's show, there's Warren and Janelle. For today's show, I just thought I would pick a few songs that I really love to play and play them for you. And there's one original, and there's a couple old chestnuts of a sort, and there's an instrumental that everybody always likes. So Bernd Buckman is here with us now. He was on the Zoom. David Gideon, hi David, and Connie Copy. It was great to talk with all you guys and hear a little bit about what each of you does in the world as a creative endeavor or as a professional endeavor. And Dave Mason is here from Scotland, Deb Libby Clark from Ambler, PA, and Connie Adams from Santa Barbara. Debbie Moore up in Maine, Ellen O'Brien in like Jenkintown or Wyncote, something like that. Steve Edelman is here. He got here. He was the last man in on the explanation of one's life. Howard Hobbs is here, and Howard, I was wondering, the way you made it sound is that you extort money from your family for looking after their kids. You said that's how you make money now. So that's nice if you have family who pays you for looking after their children. And Aretta Wauk and Ron are here, and Susan Kohuff, and Kathy Marzick, Debbie Daniels, Tom Dietz, Charlie Bryant, Bunny Barnes, Jay Dusenberry, all the folks who were at the meeting, Charlie Bryant. And Toby Simmons is here from Southern California, and Susan Douglas from Massachusetts. And maybe we'll get going with a tune. And this is a Bob Dylan song. I went to see the Gypsy, staying in a big hotel. He smiled when he saw me coming. He said, well, well, well. His room was dark and crowded. The lights were low and dim. How are you? He said to me. I said it back to him. I went out to the lobby to make a small call out. A pretty dancing girl was there, and she began to shout, go on back to see the Gypsy. He will drive you from the rear, pull you through the mirror, bring you through your fear. Now he did it in Las Vegas, and he can do it here. Outside the lights were shining on the river of tears. I watched them in the distance with the music in my ear. I went back to see the Gypsy. It was nearly early morn, and the Gypsy's door was open wide, but the Gypsy was gone. And that pretty dancing girl, she could not be found. So I watched the sun come rising from a little Minnesota town, from a little Minnesota town. I went to see The Gypsy by Bob Dylan. I just think that's such a great song. So I'm reading Carol Pred said, Robert Downey, biopics. Oh, okay. And thanks. I'm not going to get to read all these while I'm doing this, but I'm trying to take a quick look. Okay. This old Gibson goes into tune a lot easier than a lot of guitars. It has a very fundamental tone. There's not a lot of overtones to it. So you can hear if it's in tune right away. I see Aisling Bain is here, and Ginger Hopper and Kathy Craw from up there in Canada, and it's good to see all you guys show up. I'm trying to see if I missed anybody. Mike Verbick and Lori Payne stopped in, and Kate Petrella, and Wayne and Diney Stedham, my good friends from Winfield, Kansas, and S.A. Tudhope out there in the Northwest, and Larry Pattis out there also, I think, in the Northwest, and Jim Moore, my old buddy from the early days. Jim Moore and John Hubner were my good friends in junior high school, and ever since. And Judy Wong. If I don't say hi to some of you who I already said hi to you on the Zoom, please forgive me. So next up, living on the road, my friend, gonna make you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron, your breath as hard as kerosene. You weren't your mama's only boy, but her favorite one, it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye, sank into your dream. Pancho was a bandit, boys. His horse was fast as polished steel. He wore his gun outside his belt for all the honest world to feel. They say he met his end, you know, on the deserts south in Mexico. No one heard his dying word. That's the way it goes. And all the federalists say they could have had him any day. They just let him go that way, out of kindness, I suppose. Lefty, he can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. The dust that Pancho bit down south, it ended up in Lefty's mouth. day they laid poor Pancho low, Lefty split for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. Oh, there ain't nobody knows. And all the Federales say they could have had him any day. They just let him go that way. Out of kindness, I suppose. Now the poets tell how Pancho fell, Lefty's living in a cheap motel. The desert's quiet and Cleveland is cold, so the story ends, we're told. And Pancho needs your prayers, it's true, but save a few for Lefty too. He just did what he had to do. Now he's growing old, and all the Federales say they could have had him any day. They just let him go that way. Out of kindness, I suppose. Some gray Federales say they could have had him any day. They just let him go that way. Out of kindness, I suppose. Pancho and Lefty. So I saw Susan Cattaneo is here. Susan is a wonderful songwriter and singer, and you should all go buy her album immediately at susancattaneo.com. It has one of the most beautiful, I can't remember the name because I don't have a memory, but there's a really beautiful song about, I think about both being a mother and a daughter, and it's just gorgeous, and you should all go hear her. Put a link up, Susan, if you can. And Susan teaches songwriting, or did teach songwriting at Berkeley School in Boston for many years. Kenneth Jones is here. Thank you. So next up, we have announcements. So the announcements are to the Invisibles, if any of you are here. Judith Fox, Kit Serikaku, Linda Worster, I suspect, is here, and Kate Mack might be here. And Joel Biget, who I don't think could make it today. I'm not sure. And Invisible Rubenstein and Mike Stillman and Mario Prue, whose guitar is taking a little rest today because the old Gibson is here instead. And there's a PayPal link, as always, if you'd like one last donation for the year 2022, you could do that. And Venmo we love because there's no fee. And I just want to take a second and thank all of you who came to the Zoom meeting at 2 p.m. today. It was really lovely to see you all, and I'm a guy who stays on time. You know, I always start right on time, and I end somewhere close to where I thought I'd end. And I wanted to make sure everybody got a chance to tell us a little bit about what they do in the world. And so I hope none of you felt like I rushed you or that I didn't give you full time. But we could have had This Is Your Life for any of you, and it would have been ours. So we got as much as we could in the time we had, and it was great to see you all and to hear your voices and to hear a little bit about how you have passions in the world and things that keep you going. So today is Wednesday, 3 p.m., and I'm on. I don't know if anybody who's on Thursday. If anybody knows whether Alex or Martin McNeil, I know Martin McNeil had come back on for the holidays, are on, please post it here. And maybe Toby knows. And then on Friday, Slim is going to do his Anything Goes show at 3:30 Eastern Time, I believe. And on Saturday, Warren Bandler, are you doing a show? Please let us know. And Warren says Alex is doing a live stream on Thursday. Now that's usually at 4 o'clock, I think. Is that when Alex starts, or 4:30 or 3:30? I can't remember. And so look at Alex Bevan's page. You'll want to hear him. And then on Saturday, I don't know whether Dakota Dave is doing anything. And Warren is not doing a show this weekend. And then I will be back on New Year's Day, 3 p.m. for Alex tomorrow. Slim Edelman at 3:30 on Friday. Bunny Barnes is doing her twofer at Friday at 4 o'clock. And like that. And I'll be back at 10:30 on Sunday, January 1st, 2023. So join us for that. And I'll play you a little instrumental, one that I know you'll like. Angie by Davy Graham, and my version is closer to the Bert Jansch version, which to me is the definitive version. Bernd Buchman says, I can't put my thumb up to the G note. You got to learn that from the Reverend Gary Davis. That's where you learn that trick. So I can see that I think we're going to have a Charlie invasion here. Charlie, you have to go lie down now and let me do my one more song. He is a piece of work. And Ken Terrell is here, and Donna Greenberg. Did I say hi to you? So if the camera starts moving, it means Charlie is knocking things over down here. But I'll try to get through this one more song for you. So the song is about this guitar. That young boy must have worked mighty hard. He saved $37 for a new guitar. And when he got her, she looked pretty plain. Just cheap white paint for the Gibson name. Well, he played on the streets for quite a while, till he got called up by the Army Corps. Dodging the draft was not his style, so him and that Gibson went to war. She could tell some tales if she could speak, where she's been, what she's seen. She can make these walls and windows shake. She don't speak, she sure can sing. Now he came back from the war alive, and he traded her in on a J45. And then a tough young woman had her for a while. She played the blues in the Memphis style. Now she was living a juke joint life. She became a country singer's wife. He strummed that Gibson without much grace. He strummed the finish right off her face. In 1960 she got sold. By then she was looking pretty old. The folk singer had her by his side when he went down on the Freedom Ride. Now that was hard traveling, I declare. He was lucky not to get murdered there. And way down south on a violent night, her back got stove in a fight. She could tell some tales if she could speak of where she's been and what she's seen. She could make these walls and windows shake. She don't speak, but she sure can sing. I found her in a pawn shop, priced to sell. They weren't asking much, but she looked like hell. Well, I tuned her up, I struck a chord, and all I could say was, oh my Lord. 'Cause now she sounds like a wise old sage. Some things only come with age, and most of them people are dead and gone. This old Gibson still lives on. She could tell some tales if she could speak, where she's been, what she's seen. She can make these walls and windows shake. She don't speak, she sure can sing. That's the story of my old 34 Gibson. And I see a few other people. My friend Mary Vare is here, Mary Ellen. And Peggy Burnett Roberts, nice to see you. If any of you got here late, you can always go back and listen to the replay. I'm pretty happy with my concert today. I think it went pretty well. Michael Tierson is here. Michael and I were talking about. I was listening to the kind of life story of Little Feat, the band story of Little Feat, written by Ben Fong Torres, and then I'm getting near the end of it. I'm listening to the audiobook, and then suddenly I hear Michael Tierson's name pop up because Michael was a big time DJ in Philadelphia back before the world changed, and now he's maybe not quite as big time, but he's still a great DJ. And there was a whole part in there about how he helped publicize the fact that Little Feat was starting to use online resources to help get the word out about their band. It's an amazing story, and the book is great. It's called Willin', the story of Little Feat, by Ben Fong Torres. And right there near the end, you'll hear about Michael Tierson, our buddy Michael Tierson. So, like that. So once again, Ellen O'Brien is here. Did I say that? I think I did. I think I said a lot of stuff. And I think... Thank you all. I'm going to sing you the mantra for the last mantra of 2022. And thank you for being with me for all of this year and for all of last year and for most of the year before. In March we'll celebrate 3 years of these concerts, and it's been a great thing. A silver lining, a true silver lining in a dark time of pandemic and political evil and all kinds of stuff. So I'll look forward to seeing you on the other side after New Year's Eve. Jim Greco, good to see you here right on time. Just about the time I expect you to get here. For you, Jim, and for all the rest of you. Be happy and be healthy. Be brave and be calm. Be kind, it's a snap. And if you get cranky, take a nap. I didn't notice my buddy Alex got on here. from me and Charlie the dog, we wish you a happy New Year, a nice New Year's Eve celebration. Don't drink too much. Don't drive and drink. Don't do this. Don't do that. Probably like me, you'll go to bed around 9 o'clock and fuck New Year's Eve. Who cares? Okay. So I love you all, and I will look forward to seeing you in 2023. Bye-bye.